It's January 1917. Amidst the raging backdrop of a great war in Europe, Greece stands at a pivotal crossroads. The national schism between King Constantine and the elected government under Venizelos is rife, as contrasting visions for the future of Greece clash. While the king, with his covert German sympathies, leans towards neutrality, the government sees an opportunity to align with the Entente and pursue the restoration of a greater Greece. Tensions escalate to a breaking point when the government declares the state of Thessaloniki allying with the Entente. Skirmishes between royalist and government forces ignite, and when Athens is seized by Entente troops, the king has no choice but to abdicate. Greece formally joins the Entente. By now the tide is turning against the Central Powers, and before long, Greece is granted their new Anatolian lands, bringing with it a real challenge. Turkish nationalists under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal wage a relentless campaign to reclaim Anatolia from a crumbling Ottoman Empire. With Greece standing as the final obstacle in their path, the stage is set. Will the Turkish nationalists push the Greeks back across the Aegean, or will Greece prevail and declare a new republic of Hellas? Hi, I'm Colonel Cam, and welcome to 15 years as Greece in the Great War Redux. Hello guys, really quickly before we get into the video, please like and subscribe. A lot of time and effort goes into these videos and I'd really appreciate it if you just did one of those things. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now I already know I'm about to summon the Turkish final boss with this one. A lot of you are going to be looking at me like this at the end of this video, but that's okay. I saw this suggestion in the comments of my last video a few times. So I decided, I had to look at it, and this focus tree is, it's quite... I mean, it just keeps going. It doesn't stop. There we go. There's the end. Dragumis is a puppet of the military league. Now, we have a lot of national spirits, and not all of them are bad, which is surprising considering we're playing Greece in 1910. It's not exactly in a great position. So that's not bad. So we can be at war and just not have everyone go crazy. Shadow of Black 97. Our shameful defeat. Oh, the Ottoman-Greek War of 1897 is still haunting us. Victors of the Macedonian struggle. So we did win something. That's good. We do have a victory on the leaderboard, all right? That's a start. Debt to the IFC. Again, Greece is in debt. That's not a new that's not a new concept. 30% consumer goods. And then we're an agrarian society, which of course gives so many debuffs. It's ridiculous. You know, I have the we should not have a debuff for being agrarian. I think nations in 1910 that are able to be industrialized should get a buff for being industrialized. Like, in 1910, you would not expect a country to be industrialized. Like, the UK is a bit of a outlier in this. Now, we only have one civilian factory, and it's going to take 5 years to build another one, which, you know what, I'm just going to deal with it, okay? Just thug it out. And now, where do I even begin? I could start doing reorganize. No. We need to fix this economy. State of the currency. The drachma. Our national currency has not fared too well as of late. We can reorganize a railway system for free. How? Okay, no, we're building that one civilian factory till 1915, alright? We're busy. Note from the Greek dev. Thanks for playing the long-anticipated Greek focus tree that I've been attempting to finish since I've entered high school. What do you mean, entered high school? I'm finishing high school at the time of writing this. Oh my gosh, you spent the whole of high school doing this. And I'll tell you what, his hard work paid off, because this focus tree is actually so good. I'm definitely revisiting this when I play the Great War Redux another time. We have occupied territories. Crete. Wait, Crete is a puppet? Wait, what is it? No, a unilateral union? It's not even... They got more divisions than we do. Now, instead of playing Greece, I almost played Russia for this video because they actually just updated the Russian Civil War. It was literally the day before I recorded it that they updated it. And I noticed, I was like, oh, I might actually play Russia. But no, I want to stay as Greece because Greece has a really cool focus tree. Anyway, I decided to sell some guns because I needed it for my economy. And guess who came knocking? Oh, look, America immediately buying the guns. That's hilarious. There you go. South African Act. Purchase request. Oh, there we go. Alright, now Italy wants some guns, eh? They all want guns. Promises of peace. We're in the Balkans. I can't promise peace. Now, we have an option with our economy. We could stay as an agrarian society and get some early buffs, or get some later buffs and try and industrialize, and that's what I did. If we're going to do anything, we got to industrialize, right? But this gives us civilian factory early. But we got to industrialize. It's quite evident that the government invention is... blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I need to industrialize. Or Dragumis resigns. Stephanos, under heavy pressure from the now disbanded military league, and the low public opinion has decided to step down. Now we have two options, and apparently this decision is very important. We have one guy who was committing to neutrality, so I automatically went to the other guy, Venizelos or whatever his name was. I think we're going to do this one. We're going to go negotiate with the Entente path. Venizelos. KF becomes a ruling party. Here we go, we're officially democratic. However, that democracy would not last for long because the future king, he gets up to some shenanigans. But that's later, so right now I really want to focus on choosing a political advisor. The financial expert's going to be useless because we only have 3 civilian factories and 2 of them are going to consumer goods. And it's like 60% have to go to consumer goods, so it's not going to change anything. We're getting the silent workhorse, obviously. Extremely good. Anyway, we've got to manage our debt, and we've got this thing called the IFC. I don't know what it is, whether it's a company or a business or it's an international, I don't know, okay? But it's going to help us manage our debt. I decided to get the civilian and military factory construction speed bonus because we need to build those things much faster, especially the civilian factories. We can apply for loans. That sounds like a great idea, guys. Let's get some loans to pay off our debt. Now I've got it on historical, so I know the Balkan War is going to happen, which means I can't just ignore my army. I actually have to equip my army and make sure it's there, you know, put it on the front line. But that's a while off, so we don't need to worry about that. Right now, I really want to pay off my debt, and we do that using these decisions. It's like small refunds and large refunds to the IFC. They use civilian factories, which we don't have much of. The result of the elections. Let's see how this goes. Political power, stability. Look at this, 85%. So good. The Bulgarian proposal. Bulgaria has approached our embassy in order to strengthen our relations. The idea of liberating the Balkans together from the yoke of the Ottomans remains omnipresent. Can we trust the Bulgarians? Now, surprisingly, it actually gives us the option to say no, and gives us a whole bunch of debuffs if we do, so I don't know why anyone would choose that. I said yes because I want my land back. Now, we could start it right now if we wanted to, even though it's way earlier than the historical start date. So I did it. I started it straight away. To retreat from our homeland and make sure that they never dare to set eyes on our rightful territories. We can do that right now. We get the Greek ultimatum. Now, the Ottoman Empire refused. As we expected, the Ottomans categorically refused our ultimatum, giving us the ideal opportunity to attack without delay. Get to vent the Balkan War. Hell yeah, alright. They're done. You're done. Of course, the Ottomans stood no chance, but they weren't the real enemy. The real enemy, believe it or not, was the Bulgarians. The race to Thessaloniki was on. We both claimed that territory, and whoever got there first would have it in the peace deal. That the territory that is captured by both parties in the war will be ceded in the peace conference. Therefore, we and the Bulgarians are at race for Thessaloniki or Thessaloniki. Okay, please excuse my pronunciation of Thessaloniki, alright? I did not research or look up how to pronounce it before I played this game, so I was saying things like Thessaloniki, bro, I didn't even read it. Why didn't I just sound it out? They're gonna get there before us. No, they're not. It's Greek territory. They've done Greek territory. So if they do attack from there, it's all gonna be Greek now. Yeah, they could attack and it would still be Greek. Yeah, so we got it. There we go. We won the race. Thank gosh. I thought it was like up here somewhere, and I was starting to get worried, but no, we're fine. We're chilling. Non-aggression pact from Albania. Declining that. We did it. We got there before the Bulgarians, so Thessaloniki is ours, and I'm pretty sure that's what historically happened as well. Constantinople is next, apparently. We'll see about that. So, like, when does this Balkan War end? The Balkan War wasn't actually over, but I pretty much did my job. Any more attacking would just be giving more land to Bulgaria, which I didn't really want, so I stopped attacking and let the Bulgarians suffer. Prospect for resources. That is huge. Look at all those resources, man. I'm taking that. That's like everything you could ever need. Whoa. Cretan ministers storm parliament. Not again. Uh-oh. They don't like us. Now, up until this moment, I had completely forgot that we were in a personal union with Crete. I could request their forces. I completely forgot I could do that. Now, after 2.5 years of working on our economy, it finally started to show signs of improvement. We got the economic recovery focus, giving us so many bonuses. I was going to sit here and defend. I'm not attacking. It's no one's moving. I'm not attacking. It's useless, pointless waste of manpower and resources. Other than that, 1912 was a pretty uneventful year, but 1913, however, that was a completely different story. To start the year off, King George I was assassinated and replaced by King Constantine. Now, King Constantine is a pro-German guy, and King George, who was just assassinated, was pro-English. So, you know, I'm not going to throw any names around about who assassinated him, but it may possibly have been the Germans, I don't know. So we can focus on agrarianism, we can have a balanced approach, We could focus heavy on industrialization. I think if we focus heavy on industrialization, that would be the way to go. Finally, the Ottomans gave up and accepted our peace deal, but now the Balkans are no longer united by a common enemy. And you know what that means. Greco-Serbian Treaty of 1913. The looming Bulgarian threat to the stability of the Balkans needs to be countered by a strong Greco-Serbian alliance that will be able to counter the Prussia of the Balkans with military force. If you don't know what that means, that's code for we're gonna jump Bulgaria. Of course Bulgaria, of course Bulgaria. I'm gonna put divisions on the border just in case. However, the Bulgarians seem pretty adamant about sealing their own fate, and they actually declared war on me first. Yeah, I knew it. Perfect, the Second Balkan War already begun. Should probably put a battle plan down. What do you reckon? You think that's a good idea? It seems that everyone wanted a piece of Bulgaria. Even the Ottomans joined in. I'm gonna have to play Bulgaria. This looks mad fun. This looks so fun. I'm playing Bulgaria. This looks so fun. Defending on every front. Of course, the Bulgarians stood no chance, and they lasted literally like 3 minutes, right? Like me. Just kidding, I haven't finished the focus tree. Anyway, Bulgaria isn't the only country that causes me problems. Albania now exists, which means that Northern Epirus is a very huge issue, alright? They want control of it, but it's kind of our land. I don't really know. The Treaty of Sofia. Oh, we did gain land. There it is. I was a bit worried. What the heck is that? Western Thrace, a puppet of the Ottoman Empire. Dude, every single country has a claim on Western Thrace. I need to visit this place in real life. I need to visit this place. This is hilarious. I'm gonna make it my life's mission to visit the most disputed pieces of land in the world. Alright, next stop is Kashmir. We have 250 days to leave the area. If we didn't comply before the end of the mission, Austria-Hungary will declare war on us. So I've got 250 days to evacuate Northern Epirus, and if I don't, Austria-Hungary will declare war on me. However, there's an issue. It changes from Austria-Hungary to Italy, and you can see how this gives me a multitude of problems considering Italy joins the Entente. But that's a problem for later. Right now, I've unified with Crete, so finally we don't have any Crete ministers being angry at us. We can just absorb their army into our own. They're gonna say yes? Yeah, of course. Beautiful. And we get their divisions. They're already under my control anyways. 1914. Where do I even begin? I originally planned on holding Northern Epirus, and it turns out that would block my focus tree. I could no longer go down it, so we have to leave it. I have to abandon it and cede it to Albania, which is a shame. I'm sure we'll get it back later on. Back to 1914. We have to leave this because we cannot continue down our focus tree if we try and hold this against the Italians. I could hold against the Italians, but it just wouldn't let me go down my focus tree. So we're back to 1914, and we're gonna, have to do the Florence Protocol focus. I imagine holding it would be if I aligned with the Central Powers, because then that would make sense with me being at war with Italy. There we go, consolidate new territories. Now we can do the Florence Protocol. The Great Powers have unfortunately awarded Northern Epirus to the newly formed state of Albania. Though the Hellenic army will have to withdraw from the region, we can provide support from the local Greek people, allowing them to form the Autonomous Republic of Northern Epirus. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Reinforce administration and all these places that we've recently gained from Bulgaria. There we go. The Florence Protocol. Now we can leave, and that is something we have to do. So we've got the Northern Epirus Republic here. They're democratic, so that's pretty good. And just like that, Albania immediately declared war on that Autonomous Republic. And even though we could send support, it wouldn't be enough because they had like 1 division compared to Albania's 3, alright? It's a huge numbers going on here. Send ministers, send weapons. Can I send divisions? They've got 1 division. Oh no, they got 1 there, obviously. Okay, let's send some weapons. We have actually a little bit. We have 3.4k guns, so things. And send ministers. You know what? We'll give them ministers as well. Come on. We got this. And I also want to get down to here. Remove Shadow of the Black 97. I did this on my other attempt. And I think we should really try and rush down that. We don't really have to negotiate with the Entente until the war has started, right? The war hasn't started. Yeah. So we can chill on this tree. This is kind of useless. I mean, it gives us like some stuff, but no. It's 2% stability isn't that crucial right now. If you didn't know, Shadow of the Black 97 is an extremely debilitating debuff for our army, so I want to get down there as soon as possible, especially before World War 1. Yeah, what is it? It's like 84. Oh, it's 84 here. That's about to get... It needs to be above 85, and then we can core it. Yeah, there we go. We can do it right now. Bam! We just called Thessaloniki. Yep, the pronunciation is still haunting me. Anyway, Franz Ferdinand was assassinated, so World War I was only a few days away. And the Great War begins. No, I really want to support Serbia. Is there no way, like, when Bulgaria begins to invade Serbia, is there no way, like, that we can help intervene? Unfortunately, my understanding of Greek modern history is not exactly up to par. I had no idea how we were going to enter the war as I was playing this, okay? All I knew is that I had the option to seize Northern Epirus for some reason, so I took Northern Epirus back from Albania. Is this something that will lead to bad things? I'm doing it. We just straight up took everything. Oh my gosh. Let's create a recruitment plan. Extensive conscription. Oh, the Ottoman Empire joined. Okay, so yeah, the Ottomans are in the Central Powers now against the Russians. Ooh. Now that the war was well underway, I decided to negotiate with the Entente, but then this would cause a series of problems with the king to arise. We can go down our first, the first one, 162 army experience to go down the first Great War era doctrine. Italy joined the Entente, but that's not important right now. It seems the king didn't like the direction we were heading, so he decided to just seize power. He just took control. We're not even a democracy. He just overthrew our government. I guess he has the power to do that. Add dual power, add national schism. This is what it okay, this is what we were waiting for. We are now back as a kingdom. We got the monarch, Konstantinos. There he is. He's in charge. Oh. So now we can go down. Oh, that's completed. And we can force new elections. We're going to force new elections. What is this? We got the balance of power? That's a mechanic you don't see often in mods. Alright, we got Venizelos and Constantine. We got equilibrium. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We forced new elections, and believe it or not, they weren't rigged. Venizelos won for some reason, so he's like, the people want the pro-Entente policies, we're getting the pro-Entente policies, so we got the democracy back in power out of forced elections. I could not believe that they weren't rigged. Bulgaria invades Serbia. Political power, bro, we just got 50, hang on. No. Do we not have, I need to core this immediately. Can we get 85 right now? I was focused on trying to core this one state, and every time my ideology switched it from local autonomy to military governor, reducing the compliance. And I wanted the compliance to go up so I could core the territory. Anyway, that doesn't matter, because we got national schism modified, and it was way worse now. No, what is that? What's negative 40% factory output, negative 30% recruitable population, negative 10% stability? Join faction tension limit plus 1,000. Looks like we're not joining the Entente anytime soon, but on good news, we got rid of the Shadow of the Black 97, so I guess that's some army debuffs gone. Guess what? There's a police siren outside. Can you believe it? Wow, that is loud, man. It's louder than my computer. It's louder than the fan. Okay, so we got rid of Shadow 97, and these two units, let's have a look. They're just military police cavalry units. I swear to God, whenever I record, I don't know if it's a police siren or an ambulance siren. It could be a fire truck siren, who knows? But one of them will always go off when I start recording. I swear to... Anyway, my armed forces were ready. It was time to mobilize against Bulgaria. This mobilization against Bulgaria was not actually war with them. It was more like us just yelling insults at them from across our border. Instead, we opted for letting Entente forces land inside our country and them fighting for us. Establish the Macedonian front. Allied troops landed at Yeah, there you go. The French can land troops here. Look, this is given to... We give that to France? So we just give this away to anyone who wants it, don't we? The Britain have got resources, and France have now got that. I forgot to mention before, to pay off my debt, I gave British access to resource rights in Thessaloniki, to the mines there, and now the French have just taken it, the land, so you know that land has been passed around. However, this stunt we've pulled obviously supports the Entente, so guess who came knocking? 50% towards the side of Constantine. Wait, he intervened. This guy really doesn't want to go to war. And he keeps intervening. It's annoying. Come to think of it, in real life, this guy must have been a pain in the ass for the government. I could not imagine him intervening every time you want to do something. Organised a Venizelos rally in Athens. If we're going to legitimize the movement of the national defense, we need to gain support of our capital, Athens. He will be invited to give a speech with an anticipated number of 5,000 to 10,000 supporters about Constantine's actions against the national interests of Greece are going to be denounced. Political power. Democracy support. Democracy support. Balance of power towards... Oh, it actually is like a ticking now thing, so it keeps going forever. 0.3%. And then pro-Venizelos movement in Athens. You know, playing Greece reminds me of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm not going to lie. because that's the only Assassin's Creed I've ever played, and I got halfway through and then I stopped playing. But yeah, look at that. It's like, it just reminds me because of the map and stuff, and it's sick. After all the support we've given to the French and the British, you'd think they'd be nice to us. No, but we got a French ultimatum at our desk, all right? Look at this. France wants us to extend its front in the Balkans and forced us to withdraw all of our troops from the north of our territory. If we don't obey, they will declare war on us. Another mark on superb French friendliness. So they want us to withdraw from here. Oh my gosh. This is core territory, you know. So they want us to basically surrender our entire northern border with Bulgaria, the land we just gained from the Ottomans and Bulgaria, cede it to the French, who are probably going to lose it again. I mean, I can't believe this. You can't make this up. Retreat from new territories. At most 0 divisions in Thessaloniki and Central Macedonia. Here? Unfortunately, we have no choice, so I have to comply to their demands, but don't worry, we get the land back. Organize the Committee of National Defense. This can lead to civil war. With the danger of the Allies giving Thessaloniki and Macedonia to the Kingdom of Serbia, a committee consisting of Macedonian Greek officers and citizens shall be created. The leadership will be given to Venizelos, who, however, in order to take it over, set a condition that participation of military units in the movement, which he wants throughout Greece, and not only Macedonia. Okay, I don't even understand what I read there, but there we go. Before we could give that land to the French, though, King Constantine decided that Bulgaria could just take it. So Bulgaria seized it. I mean, the French got their front, you know, they got what they wanted, I guess. Okay, now we could end up at civil war. In the world, we are going to end up at civil war here. This is the same thing as what the, reminds me of the Spanish one. Now, I've never been more confused looking at a mechanic in my life. Looking at all these buttons is so overwhelming. I thought it was like the Spanish one, but then it turns out it wasn't. So these rallies, what do? Lower allegiance value. Even I'm still confused, but to sum it up, me and King Constantine are going around trying to get support for ourselves. There were some states I could influence and couldn't influence even though they had the same amount of support. I don't know, it was weird. I just clicked as many buttons as I could. What could go wrong? Civil war? Nah. I think I'm starting to understand this. I'm starting to understand this now. I had a few attempts of 1917, like doing this year. We have the January Revolution, very cool. I think that, yeah, the ones that have 3 ticks, we end up with control. So I want to try and time it so that we have control. That doesn't make any sense. No, look at this. I got already under total control is a cross, and then this one is already under total control, which is a tick. So why can I influence it if it's already under total control? But I can't influence this, and this is not under total control, but these both have 3 ticks. I think I should form the state before these guys capitulate. So I might do it right now. I'll just see. I'll get the 3 ticks on here. Or does this reduce it? I don't know. Yes, the Bulgarians are actually getting really close to Thessaloniki, and I can form the state whenever I want, so I might as well do it sooner rather than later. We're going to press the form the state of Thessaloniki. The civil war may start. I'm not really sure what happens. I just know that we form the state of Thessaloniki or whatever. Yeah, you'll see. I'm about to do it right now. Okay, here we go. See? They had like full support here and no support here, but we still have control of these two. And we're at war with the Central Powers, by the way. We also have this, and none of our divisions that were here are there. That's good. We have 14 divisions, so let's give them a dude. Surprisingly, we're not at war with the Kingdom of Greece. I don't know how, but we're not, okay? We're just at war with the Central Powers. Greece expects you to not merely die for her, for that is little indeed, yada yada. This sounds good. Alright, so we've entered the World War. We've entered it. And Bulgaria had no divisions on my border, so I could just start walking straight into their country. And consolidate the Macedonian front, expand the front, crack down on Epistrol. Ooh. Let's consolidate. We had division attack and defense on core territory for 125 days. Even though we've already gone out of core territory by now. Unless this is core territory. Claim. Etimos ditika! Oh yeah, I do speak Greek. Yeah, of course I do. I definitely wasn't even saying that correctly. What the hell was I doing there? Now we have the option to seize land from the Kingdom of Greece with just the click of a button, right? We can use political power and we can just take land from them. So, you know, I guess we're just convincing the people to go over to our side. If we click this, what happens? 40 days. We lose 300 infantry equipment. Oh! We just annexed it straight up. That's hilarious. Let's keep going. Yeah, no, let's keep going. Let's annex this one. Connect our land here. Yeah, let's do it. So now I'm just going around annexing all of the states from the Kingdom of Greece. Eventually, Constantine is going to be backed into Athens, and I don't know what's going to happen then. Okay, blockade royalist ports. The Battle of Athens. The Entente has landed 3,000 strong marine force in Piraeus, I'm sure that's a port in Athens, and marched on Athens. Soon after, royalist troops halted their advance. For more than 2 hours they remained in a tense standoff. Sometime in the morning, a rifle of unknown origin was fired and the Battle of Athens begun. Each side had blamed the other for firing first. The battle has now spread throughout the city. The king requests a ceasefire in order for a compromise to be found. Interesting. So we have the battle for Athens going on. And this battle goes on for a while. We keep losing war support and stability every time we get an event for it, and it just doesn't stop, alright? And the king has to give up eventually. There's going to be some compromise apparently, so I don't know what that is. A compromise. Discussions have resumed, with a final compromise being reached. The king has agreed to surrender only 6 artillery batteries camouflaged in the mountains instead of the 10 that the French vice admiral demanded. The battle had finished. The Entente force suffered 194 casualties, dead and wounded, while our garrison only lost 82, not counting civilians. Entente forces have already begun evacuating, as Constantine I had managed to do in less than 2 weeks. What a disaster. What do you mean disaster? No, it can't be a disaster. I want it to do well. Oh, we have lag. Ah, that's the reason for the lag. The Bolshevik coup. Ready. There it is. There's Lenin. After taking more land from the Kingdom of Greece, I eventually backed him into Athens, where the king was forced to abdicate. What the heck? Did you guys see that? I ended the game, and then it came back. That was so scary. I almost had a heart attack. I actually did. Okay, the king abdicates. With the capture of new territories and the newly imposed naval blockade by our Entente allies, along with the threats to bombard Athens if the king remained, Constantine has left Greece for Switzerland. We should be careful though, the king may come back. Here we go, formally in the Entente now. Wow, we have wait, we have so many. Where did we get all these divisions? We had essentially absorbed all of the royalist forces, so that's effectively doubling our army. I was ready to enter the war now, properly and officially. Okay, we can invite Alexandros. And he gives us stability, and the Hellenic Republic will be known as the Kingdom of Greece. That's not exactly what we've wanted to do. Proclaim the Second Hellenic Republic. Now this sounds something more like what we're talking about. The First Hellenic Republic from 1822 to 1832 ended with the assassination of Kapodistrias and the ascension of former King Otto. With Constantine gone, we shall finally undo the mistake of the monarchy, which has been causing anguish for nearly a century. In the sake of national stability, and proclaim the Second Hellenic Republic with a strengthened parliament and senate. Yes, the birthplace of democracy is now a republic. France, I'm joining there is 2 great wars. I'll join both of them. Fortunately, a part of the front around Albania was left undefended, so I was able to try and sneak into Albania and Bulgaria through there. Next was the battle for the Aegean. The water had been contested between me and the Ottomans for so long, but it was time for a decisive blow to the Ottoman fleet. Okay, we've got another battle going on. Oh, it's the Ottoman fleet. Let's go, come on. They're retreating. Look at them. Ah. Oh, that's a lot of boats. Oh, gosh. Okay, we sunk 3 of their destroyers. Oh, we sunk... Oh, look at this, man. I'm actually kind of understanding Navy now. Look at this. Boom. We just sunk one of their pre-dreadnought dudes. Wait, has the US joined the war by now? Yeah, they have. Okay, so they're in the Entente. It's going to be over soon, I think. As you can definitely tell by now, I have the game on historical, but then something ahistorical happened, and I was very confused because I wasn't sure if this is something that happened, but no, it definitely didn't. Lenin shot? Lenin shot? That's not historical. Lenin died from some disease, didn't he? He was a sick man. Really testing my knowledge here. So the Russian Civil War is well underway. However, things might be going a little bit differently. We've now got a fascist Russia instead of the whites. I don't know if that was similar, but no, it's some other guy now. However, it was finally too much for the Central Powers. Austria-Hungary was just no more. Germany, I don't know, they're still going strong, but the armistice was signed. War reparations from Austria-Hungary create a ship from the... Oh, post-war demobilization. The war has ended, and our industry is now partly obsolete. A new age, post-war economy. That's what we love. We love the post-war economy, don't we? We got 6 destroyers from Austria-Hungary. That's not enough. I crave land, not boats. The economy is back to being in shambles, so I've resorted to selling guns again. I'm sure someone wants to buy guns, right? America, do you want some? I don't know. Russia, if they're in a civil war, they could use some. Now I have a confession. For the next 3 years between 1919 and 1921, I didn't turn on my microphone. I'm an idiot. I literally did. So it's just going to be post-commentary. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Maybe you guys like it. I don't know. Anyway, I was surprised to see that the Hungarian Soviet Republic was beating Romania. That was very interesting. The Anatolian lands were carved up between Britain, Italy, and I got a pretty good deal out of it. We got Eastern Thrace and Izmir as well. My next move was to intervene in Russia, okay? I want to get rid of the Reds. I want to see the Russian state in power. I think it'll be interesting. Also, we got invited to the League of Nations, so that's another good thing. We also don't have a single military factory anymore. They're all gone. I don't know, but they just disappeared, vanished out of thin air, I guess. My time in Russia was spent capturing and recapturing Moscow and also just pulling off the odd encirclement. Then it happened. The Turkish national state declared war on the Ottoman Empire and Mustafa Kemal and his army began marching west. I was able to core all of the territory that I gained just through my decisions. After enough time of encircling and capturing victory points from the Russian state, we managed to get them to win the civil war, so now the map looks like this. We've got two fascist blocks, Italy and Russia. But what's really important is the Ottoman and Turkish war. We need to make sure that the Turkish beat the Ottomans because otherwise we can't continue down our focus tree. And for some reason they were struggling. The Ottomans were pushing them back, which is a really big problem because we literally cannot continue playing if the Ottomans win. So I may have helped the Turks a little bit. I am such an idiot. I just realized that the last 3 years, my microphone was muted. I have no video game audio for the last 3 years, so it was just all post-commentary you were hearing the last three, from 1919 till the end of 1921. I could not believe I did that. I mute my microphone to record my daily Hoi 4 videos because it's like I don't want to have any microphone, it just makes it easier to navigate, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But I didn't unmute it, man. Oh, we need the Ottomans to disappear before we can continue down our focus tree. But we should be able to do this when the Ottoman Empire is not in charge. Okay, they got a bunch of infantry equipment. I gave them 50,000 guns. You know, some say that might be a bit too much, and you know that this decision may have come back to haunt me later. I'm heavily investing into this war, okay? I'm funding the war. The Turks won really quickly after my intervention. Maybe a bit overkill. Okay, there we go. The Ottoman Empire capitulated. So, we got Mustafa Kemal in charge of the Turkish National Authority, and finally, this means we can go down and begin the Asia Minor campaign. A new threat has emerged from the city of Ankara as former Ottoman Major General Mustafa Kemal has rebelled and triumphed against the Ottoman government. We declare war on them straight away. Oh my gosh. I just gave them a bunch of stuff. And we get war economy immediately. I gave them a bunch of stuff, but it's okay. Because I am still superior. Turkish administration joined the League of Nations. No. They're not joining the League of Nations. They're not an official state. This does not count. The Asia Minor campaign commenced and we declared war on Turkey. Initially we would get some bonuses, but as time went on we would get worse and worse debuffs. Greece is not making war against Islam, but against the Ankaristic Ottoman government and its corrupt... Okay, well we're not at war with the Ottomans, but that's fine. Here we go. Greek summer offensive. Being in a favourable position to attack Kemal's irregular forces, we have initiated the summer offensive, which aims to capture more land in inward Anatolia and coordination and support for the British forces. Look at this. 92 days, 15... Oh, that's insane. Now we have a time limit. We must take Ankara within 726 days, and if we don't, we get a huge debuff. We get complete army collapse. And we can sue for peace. No. For some reason, we need to give Albania Northern Epirus again. I'm sure we will get it back again later. And also, we have the option to support rebels in Turkey. There's like some other nationalist movements going on in there that we can use to help fight the Turks. Okay, we're giving it to Albania, because apparently we need to. We have to respect Albania for some reason. Pontus national movements. The situation in Anatolia is so unstable that a little thing is enough to awaken any nationalist movement. We need 500 guns, 500 manpower, and 25 command power. Don't we have that? No, we only have 300 guns. Oh my days, I better start making some guns then. I was on the edge of going into equipment deficit, and the Turkish, no, they've got a bunch of surplus of guns. Oh, I wonder where they got that from. And then the utter onslaught of debuffs begun. Low morale? It appears after nearly a decade of constant war, the Macedonian struggle, the Balkan Wars, Asia Minor camp, the Greek army is slowly becoming incapable to fight heavily against the Turks. What are you talking about? What do you mean? We just won a war, man. They should be like the happiest people alive. Oh my god. Lack of terrain knowledge. Dude, we're getting so many debuffs now. This is not good. Unknown terrain, low morale, and an equipment deficit paired with the Turkish having a surplus of guns. What have I done? And then I did something stupid. I was trying to push to Italy and the southern coast there. I was getting really excited about pulling off an encirclement because maybe I would have a chance. And then, no. Oh! No way that just happened. Yep. Never seeing those divisions again, and I kid you not even like 2 minutes later, it happened again, so I restarted. 3 days before declaring war on them. I should have got my divisions over here earlier. I could quickly cancel it and then redo it. Let's actually do that. This time I was a lot more careful and things went a lot better. I started focusing on the north instead of the south and started with this encirclement. Pyrrhus to the Albanians. There we go, another encirclement, perfect. You know what, we're getting more divisions here. Oh, we pushed it, ooh. I did not expect to push there. Wait, what? How did I push there? And we get there, and we get there, and we get there. Okay, is that a port for them? Whose port is this? Is that my port? I can't tell. The front line eventually solidified around here, and I still have 400 days to take Ankara, so I think I'm on track for now, but I couldn't finish off this encirclement for some reason. They had supply. I don't think that port was theirs. I'm pretty sure that one's ours, but I don't know. Oh, King Constantine passed away. I didn't read it, but there we go. I never read events, man. But yes, yep, so he's definitely not coming back. And this finally allowed us to mend the national schism, which removes the national spirit, the national schism, which was really bad for us. So we're only down 61. We're actually making guns now, making 83 a day. Almost 100 a day now, so that's okay. By now, we were finally outproducing the amount of guns Turkey could take from us with their raids, which means we could finance the uprising. I can arm resistance. I can arm resistance here, perfect. Alright, that's good. I had enough guns to do it, finally. We finally started cleaning up that encirclement, and I made it far enough down my focus tree to start getting rid of the debuffs. There it is. They're about to declare war. With their 2 units. Yes, hopefully they got no divisions over there. I simultaneously started the revolt and began pushing through the center. Hopefully this would make some kind of breakthrough. United and strong, perfect. Road to Ankara. In order to force the Turks to negotiations, Ankara, an important supply hub and command center in central Anatolia, needs to be captured. Failure of the operation will most likely result in the Turkish army being in a much more empowered position than before. Greece does not have much time. Local offensive for 30 days. Okay, they're attacking us stupidly. That's good. They're desperate. They're not winning or anything. Remove low morale. That's the first thing we're doing. The first thing. 200, they're racking up the casualties now. I mean, look at this. We're now down to 190 days to take Ankara, and things are getting kind of close, but we've removed low morale now, so hopefully we can start pushing. Okay, we've reinvigorated morale. That should actually get rid of the huge debuff. Yes, now we have to plus another 20%. Now I also want to get supply, so we can remove bad supply. And now we should be actually competent in attacking. And I would be correct as we push forwards along the whole front line, getting some encirclements on the way. And finally, we were able to do it. With like 100 days left, we reached Ankara and the peace deal was signed. What is this? Sultanate of Turkey. We got some more land. Hey, and then the British just needs to give us Constantinople and I'll be happy. Integrate new holdings. With our new territories now secure, the government can now focus on fully annexing and integrating them into the administration. There will be resistance at first from the Turks and Bulgars that remain, but it will dissipate with time, with compliance and resistance. Now things started getting a little weird. The game decided that they should just give Izmir back to Turkey. Yeah, literally. I don't know why. What? What the heck? They just stole that. I tried tagging over to Turkey to try and return it back to me, but it wouldn't work. And then the British gave Constantinople and the Dardanelles to Turkey. Can you believe this? What? That's no longer controlled by the UK. So I did what any reasonable man would do in this situation. Oh! Originally, I was supposed to just negotiate Constantinople with the British, but for some reason the game had other ideas, so I just fully annexed them, you know? It works. Status of our capital. With Constantinople back under our control after 400 years of Ottoman occupation, the matter of our capital has been brought up once again. It has been agreed upon by nearly all politicians that Constantinople is the proper capital of Greece, conforming with the policy of the Megali idea that blah 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 blah. Let's change it. Boom. capital Constantinople. And then we were supposed to get Northern Epirus from Albania, which of course they rejected. So the game gave us a war goal, and we can't declare war in this mod. It's off. Oh, I think something happened with the Albanians. They must have got really scared or something. I don't know, but they seem to have disappeared. Well, there it is. That's the end of the focus tree. Bit of an odd ending there. Strange ending. Just pretend that. Just imagine this. Right, was all us, and the rest of this is Turkey, okay? Just imagine. Just pretend that's the case, all right? I had to make a few adjustments. So there it is, the Hellenic Republic and the Great War Redux. This was a great playthrough. I'm so glad you guys suggested this. It was really, really fun. I'll definitely check out the other paths to this country, and I suggest you play it as well. It was so good. Also, we're almost at 20,000 subscribers now, which is crazy to even think about. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.